Well, an escalating meltdown on campuses, anti-Israel protests breaking out at colleges across the U.S., spreading like wildfire, and it's a far cry from the days after the terror attacks on October 7th, when the world largely backed Israel in its fight to wipe out Hamas. Here with us now is Charlie Hurt, Fox News contributor and opinion editor of The Washington Times. Listen to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She was with President Biden yesterday at an Earth Day event. She had this to say.
It is especially important that we remember the power of young people shaping this country today, of all days, as we once again witness the leadership of those peaceful student-led protests on campuses like Columbia, Yale, Berkeley, and many others.
This mostly peaceful, including
exactly.
being told to go back to Poland. And also, the other thing, Charlie, there's been this shift where college campuses were really for a ceasefire, just call for a ceasefire. Now they've gone beyond that. They don't just want a ceasefire. They are pro-Hamas winning.
Yeah, they really are. There's a real shift there. And, and I get it when I look at these college kids and I try to imagine how do they get into this situation. I think it starts because they have concern for Palestinian children. Well, of course, everybody has concern for Palestinian children. Anybody who has concern for Palestinian children wants to destroy Hamas, because Hamas is the #1 problem that Palestinian children have. They're a terrorist organization. You're exactly right. The problem with these students is they don't go and read a book. They don't learn anything about history. They don't know anything. So they get led along by liars like AOC and President Biden and their moral equivalence. It's not even moral equivalency. It's moral ambivalence or sort of a disregard for any sort of morality. And you wind up with these kids supporting openly supporting terrorist organizations, go back to Poland, burn Tel Aviv to the ground, and Hamas, we love your rockets? This is insane. And the fact that, the idea that both political leaders and college campus leaders don't react with absolute ferocity to put this down, I think shows the incredible spot we are in, both politically and academically, in America today.
Teen Vogue, I'm sure it's a magazine you look at often,
Every
Charlie.
day.
So they did an interview with Isra Hirsi. She is Ilhan Omar's daughter. And she said that it's really frustrating because when we were arrested, we were literally sitting in a circle singing songs, sharing a meal together. You don't get arrested for things like that, Charlie. But the one thing is, they'll get arrested, but will they be prosecuted? And the likely answer is no.
Yeah, and this is so frustrating to me because, could you be more of a privileged person than someone who grows up in America, the daughter of a sitting congressperson? You could not be more privileged. You could not have more access to information. You're going to one of the most prestigious universities in the country. You have access to knowledge, and yet you reject it and make it all about yourself, and it's all performance, and then you wind up supporting a terrorist or openly supporting a terrorist organization against Jews. And of course, the net result is, at a time when, universities seem to care so much about safe spaces, and I think a lot of it is kind of lunacy, but where are the safe spaces that universities care so much about for Jewish students? They don't exist. They're literally redoing the schedule for the end of the year. They're telling students to go home, for Jewish students to go home for the rest of the year because you're not going to be safe on campus? Holy smokes.
Right.
This is insane.
Like the opposite. I have been really thinking about that, and I worry that they weren't safe, but also that this is the wrong answer, which is make them safe. Okay?
Exactly.
That's what we do in this country.
That's the price of free speech, is that we make it safe for free speech. Yeah. This is not safe for free speech.
Charlie Hurt, thank you for being with us today.
Great to see you. Okay.